Hi, this is Vicki with the Paper Connection, and I am so glad that you're joining me today. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the United States, and today I'm going to make a beautiful card using Good Morning Magnolia. I made this card while I was on vacation at our little house down in Florida, and I just loved how it turned out. But I rarely like to make more than one card that looks the same. So I'm going to try something a little different and go with a little bit different color today. So without further ado, I will put this away and we'll see what I can come up with. As I mentioned before, I'll be using, or maybe I didn't, I think I mentioned that I'll be using the Good Morning Magnolia stamp set, and it is a 2-piece stamp set. It has so many beautiful things in it. I love this large flower. The small flower, I did a video this week with using the small flower, and it's got great sentiments in it. But it also has framelits. And so today I'm going to stamp the large flower, and I'm going to use the large framelit. And I'm also going to use at least a couple of the little leaves to go with it. All right, so let's get started with this. I thought I would show you how this works. Now this is a cling stamp, and it's very clingy. It will stick, so you don't want to lay it flat down on your paper, so I'll lay it like that for now. This is one of my favorite tools. This is my Stamparatus, and I'm just going to put the paper that I'm going to be using in the corner, and I'm going to use my magnets to hold it down. Then I'll take my stamp and I'll place it right in here. Let's see, maybe I should pull it away from the corner because it's almost bigger. Look at me, I'm doing it wrong. There we go. Yeah, there we go. You ever have those duh moments? Well, that was one of my duh moments. So you're actually supposed to place it with the stamp side down, not the label side, after I just got through telling you how sticky it is. So anyway, you place it stamp side down, then you close the door of your Stamparatus and just kind of press it a little bit. The magnets will hold your paper in place. And the beauty of the Stamparatus is if you have a large stamp like this, sometimes it doesn't want to, maybe you don't get the ink on there completely and it doesn't want to stamp solid and stamp well. And the beauty of it is with the magnets holding your paper in place, you can stamp multiple times. If you have an area that didn't stamp well, you can just ink back up, stamp right over it, and your paper's not going to move, and you're not going to have shadows or anything like that. So, all right, let's see what happens. Some people like press like they're doing CPR, and then some people rub it like a baby. I think I tend to do a little bit of both. Okay, that turned out nice, but I want it to be a little darker than that. So let's try it again. It's even a little darker, but see right there in the middle, it's just not quite as dark as I want it to be. So I'm just going to rub some on in there. Let's focus on that a little bit more right there. Yeah, that's much better. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and put that ink away. And I'm going to take my simple chamois. I'm just going to wipe it off. I love the simple chamois. It looks awful because it is used quite a bit, but you just take it to your sink and rinse it out. It's going to be stained, and that's all right. But you can see you just wipe your stamp off. This is what I'm going to be using today. I am going to use the Mossy Meadow with the black, and then this particular paper on top. And I want to show you the suite of papers. This is called the Magnolia Lane Designer Series paper, and if you look right on the back, I like to keep this container that comes with it, or the back page that comes with it, but right there on the back it'll say Basic Black, Early Espresso, Mossy Meadow, Petal Pink, So Saffron, and Whisper White. It tells you what colors will actually go with the papers that you're purchasing. And all of our papers are double-sided, so you can see this is a beautiful stripe, which is what I used here, and then this is the other piece to that. I'll just go through these really quickly. Look how awesome these colors are. And they're really nice and thick too. Really, really like this. There we go. See the green stripe? That's a beautiful piece. Isn't that pretty? But today we're going to use this as our inspiration. Normally I would use the stamping blends, but I don't have the particular colors that are here. I have a granny apple green, and I'm actually building my stamping blend colors. So if you don't have stamping blends that are those colors, it's okay if you have the inks, which I just do happen to have all the inks. Now I probably should have stamped this in Stays On, but I'm going to use a light touch and it's going to be okay. I'm going to start out with my So Saffron, and I'm going to use my aqua pen, and I'm just going to start in here, just move that around. It's a little bit more wet than I want it to be, so I'm just going to go right here in the middle and add that So Saffron right around there in the middle. Okay, I probably got more on it than I needed to have. Then I'm going to come in with my Petal Pink, put a little bit on my block, move that around. I don't really want it to go everywhere. I'm just going to kind of go right here in the center, and I'm just going to make quick strokes because I don't want it to end up smearing my Memento black ink. And that's all you do to clean your aqua pen. Now I'm going to bring in the Mossy Meadow. Again, I put a little bit on my block. Move that around a little bit. I don't want that much ink on, or much water on it. And now I'm going to start with a darker color on the little joints of the flower and just kind of outline it. And then I'll come back in and just lightly go like that. And if I miss spots, it really is okay because it looks like watercolor that way, which it is exactly what it is. There you go. Now I'm going to go and cut this out, and I'll be right back. See, oh, I know one thing I wanted to do was to run this through the texture embossing folder, and it will give it a really cool texture look. And basically there's a line here, you just line it up right there, you close it, and then you run it through the Big Shot, and that will give you a textured appearance. So once again, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back, and as you can see, it has a gorgeous texture. Can you see that? Oh, love it. So now we're going to start to assemble our card. There we go. Use our bone folder to just create our crease, and then we're going to I think I'm going to just use my snail adhesive. One day I need to do a video about adhesives because there's so many different kinds. And I'll have all the measurements for my card at the bottom of the video in case you would like to make it yourself. Okay, now I'm going to, I think one last thing before I apply this to the card, I think I'm going to go over it with some Wink Stella. Just add a little bit of sparkle to it. There we go. And I'll place that on dimensionals. Before I place my flower down, I want to add, if I can get this up, y'all, I nearly cut the tip of my thumb off last week with a new set of knives. I can't find the end of it. Well, that's funny. Okay. All right, well, we're going to create it in. And then I have a piece of cactus that broke off, the little prickly thing of cactus that broke off into my other thumb. So I feel like I'm working with baseball mitts, a baseball mitt on, because my thumbs just are not working properly as I feel like they should. Now let's see how we can do this. Twist it. I'm going to put like this across, and that way it'll stick out everywhere. So basically what I did was I wound it up, and then I twisted it in the middle so that it would have a crisscross feel. And now I'm just going to place it on the card. Let's see. I missed one. There we go. Just across there. The dimensionals are excellent for securing those in place. I'm going to move it up a little bit because I want to end up putting a sentiment down here. Okay, I'm just taking a piece of scrap paper now, and I am going to ink up using Mossy Meadow. I think I need to re-ink my stamp pad. The word thanks, and I love the script on that. It's so pretty. Then I'm going to take my punch, and I'm sorry I can't remember the name of this punch, but it's so nice. I love that it's just not too frilly or anything like that. It's just perfect. I'm going to punch that out. Okay, so basically what I did was I stamped thanks in Mossy Meadow, and then I punched out a piece of Mossy Meadow with the same stamp set. I don't think I got it even because I can see pieces of it there. Then I cut it in half, and then I just glued it on. And now I'm going to secure this with dimensionals, and I'm going to place it right here. And earlier I cut out a piece of one of the I know what I'll do. I'm going to put a dimensional right there in order to hold it on. Baseball mitts, people, that's what I have right now. My fingers are like baseball mitts. Ugh. Okay, I'm going to place it on just right here at the bottom, just like that. And now I'm just going to place one of the metallic pearls in gold right there. I think I might place another one. Normally I do them in threes, but I think I'm just going to put one at the beginning and one at the end just to make a statement there. Didn't that turn out pretty? I really love that. And I love that this is just kind of going crazy. And it kind of it causes you to look at this rather than just the background. Otherwise, I mean, it could be kind of busy. But I do love how it turned out. Okay, now I need to do the inside of my card. I'll give you a little tip too. I like to cut pieces like for the inside of my card in advance. That makes it really easy when it's time to create a card. When you have pieces that are already cut, I have card bases that are already cut, and it just makes it so much easier. All right, and so I'm going to use not only for what you do, so it's going to say thanks, not only for what you do, but for being someone so special. I'm going to place that right here on the inside, like that. I think I'm just going to do a couple little leaves. I always like to decorate it just a little bit. So I think I'm going to do one like that. I don't know if you noticed it, but I got a little bit of a line right there, so I just stamped on top of it so that it would just look like I had meant to do it. There we go. And that gives you plenty of room to still be able to say something. There we go. Beautiful card. Although I think I got it a little cattywampus. Good thing I didn't seal it down all the way, huh? See, even with with the snail adhesive, you can still pick it up as long as you don't smooth it down. Okay, now there's not a chance it's coming up because I just smoothed it down, but isn't that gorgeous? Ta-da! I love it. You know what? I think I'm going to do one more thing, and then I really can ta-da. I think, because I really wish that this So Saffron had shown up better. I think this is going to make it. Oh, I'm excited. I'm going to put 3 in there in the middle. All right, now that's a real ta-da moment. Yes, that makes it stand out. Ta-da! I love it. All right, thank you for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed it. You can see how you can do the magnolia in different ways. I really like the way it turned out. I'm really happy with it. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, click subscribe. If you really liked it, hit the bell, and you'll get notice whenever I have other videos come along. I just like showing different techniques. This one I use Stampin' Blends with. This one has a completely different look because I use the aqua painter. And yes, I did mean to leave these little open areas so that it would look like it had been watercolored. But it was so easy to do. I hope you enjoyed it. Have a great day and check in with me next week. Bye-bye.